Hey guys, what's up? So I'm going to be documenting my breast implant journey. So a lot of people that don't know me don't realize or know that I have breast implants. If you're a friend of mine or a very close friend of mine, you more than likely know that I have breast implants, and if you don't, well, now you know. So the reason that I'm documenting this journey is because of a few reasons. One is I've already had a boob job. It's been 12 years and now I need another one. And it's just more, I guess, of awareness to people that want to get them and don't know what they're getting into. And just to kind of, just to kind of share what I'm going through right now, 12 years later. Excuse me. So, again, I'm not a professional, I'm not a doctor, I am not certified for anything. I'm just sharing my experience, my journey, and please be very kind in the comments below. Please don't judge or just, say anything bad about people that do have implants, because that's just not cool. And I will block or delete you if I have to. So yeah, just want to let you know that. So anyways, the reason I originally got implants was because I was a negative A, like literally did not even fit a sports bra, any bra, a training bra. I was literally a board. And even growing up in high school, I had this girl call me two back. She said she didn't know where my front was from my back. And when I was younger, I was much, much more skinnier. So I had no booty, no boobies, no nothing. I literally probably could have been a runway model and just basically been a hanger for clothes. So that is why I decided to get implants. Of course, any girls that don't have boobs, not saying all of them want to get implants, but a lot of times we dream about getting them. And for me, I dreamed about it, never thought it would become a reality. I had two children. When I had my second child and I was breastfeeding, my boobs went to a D filled with milk, and then they disappeared. So that's what kind of pushed me into getting my implants, because I'm like, okay, Lord, how are you going to give me these boobs and then take them away from me? So now I was like, I have to get this boob job. And on top of that, I also was modeling and acting, and I just felt at that time that's what I wanted. I felt that I would look better, and I definitely did this for myself, not for any other reason. My husband was like, he really didn't care if I got them. He's like, you're totally fine, you're beautiful the way you are. So I definitely think that if you're going to go this route, that you do it for yourself and not for anybody else. That being said, I got them done through my belly button, so I have no scars, and I really haven't had any problems with my boobs these past 12 years. Now, when you're going to get them done, you have to know that you're supposed to get them done every 10 years, redone. I knew that going into this, but as time went on, I actually forgot about it, and your boobs just become a part of you, and you just, I don't know, I just wasn't thinking about it, especially because I don't have any scars on my boobs, so it's not like I had a constant reminder every day like, oh, your boobs are fake, so for me, it just literally became a part of my body, and I forgot that I didn't even have boobs at one point. So fast forward now, it's 12 years later. A few months ago, one of my boobs decided to start deflating, and how that happened, I have no idea. I just know I was sleeping in my bed, I felt something weird, didn't hurt, didn't really think about it, went to sleep, woke up, took a shower. When I took my clothes off, I was looking in the mirror and I'm like, my boobs look a little weird, like one looks a little bit bigger than the other, and I didn't know if I was like making that up or not, so I took a picture, sent it to my husband. He was like, yeah, they do look a little bit different, but not too much. But I was like, no, they're definitely leaking. And as time has gone on now, it's been almost 5 months, I believe, since I first noticed it. Now, it's a big difference for me to see. And I've gone to the doctor, I've gotten an ultrasound, it is confirmed one of my boobs has deflated. So that being said, 12 years later, I should have gotten these done and checked out 10 years ago. I mean, 2 years ago, since it was my 10-year mark. I didn't, so now this is an emergency for me that I have to get this done. Now, luckily, I got saline and not silicone, so if I had silicone, I would have had to have these removed immediately. So saline water is the salt water, so it gets absorbed by your body, you're totally fine. So that part I'm okay with. But the other issue I'm having is that I now have an empty bag in my body, which, obviously you already have bags in your body when you have implants, but when one of them deflates, then what's going on inside your body, I don't really know, because I'm not a doctor, but I've been to a doctor and my doctor's telling me I need to get them out, because then something starts forming around this empty bag, and like I just don't have any issues or anything going on when I go to get them out and replaced. Now, I'm getting mine replaced because, again, like I said, I'm flat as board, and I personally wouldn't like the way it looked. Now, had I known I had to go through this the first time I did it, I probably wouldn't have gotten them done, because it's very stressful because now I can't get them out through my belly button. I have to either go through my nipple or through the crease of underneath my boob. I don't know if they still do through the armpit, but I'm not really wanting to do that. So now it's stressing me out because now I'm like, I'm gonna have this scar. Again, I knew this before I got them done. At some point this would happen, but I forgot about it. I'm not prepared for it. And now it's really stressing me out. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm about to go take a shower because I have a consult with one of my friend's doctors that she highly recommends. She's gotten her boobs done by him 3 times. So I'm gonna go check him out and see what he has to say. So I want to take you guys on this journey just to see what you're getting into. If you're thinking about this, if you're going through what I'm going through, you can come join me. And if you're just curious, then great, you can learn about it too. So I'm going to go hop in the shower. I'm going to come back and try to show you. I mean, obviously I'm not going to show you anything naked because I'm not going to be doing that. But I'm going to see if I have a bra that I can possibly wear so you can kind of see the difference, so you can see what I see. You might not think it's really a big thing, obviously, you know, because you're from the outside looking in. But for me, it's like very traumatic and it's like stressing me out. So yeah, I'm going to bring you guys along with me and I'll be right back. So I was editing this video and realized I never touched upon why I'm not going to my original doctor that did my implants. It completely slipped my mind, which was another reason I wanted to do this video, just to let you guys know that you should definitely always research your doctor. I did kind of, you know what, I don't think I researched the doctor. I think I researched the place back when I first got my implants done. And I think I also had a coupon, which I know sounds crazy, but you should probably not go to a place that has coupons. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that at that time I was working, I was on Wild 'N Out. They were doing, Wild 'N Out had some party. We were doing giveaways. We were giving away coupons to this plastic surgery place. And so I remember I told Nick, I said, hey, can I take one of these? Because I want to get my boobs done. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like totally was like, sure, take it. And so I took it. I think it was like $1,000 off, maybe $1,500, $2,000, I can't remember. And I did research the place, but I didn't see anything bad about it. And so, but I didn't research the actual doctor. And so for me, I'd rather stay away from places that are advertised on the radio constantly. You see billboards everywhere. They offer coupons. Like, I don't know. I would probably stay away from those types of places. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm just going through what I feel, in my opinion. So the doctor that I got my implants done through, my implants done with, was Dr. West. This was back in 2006, because I got married in, when did I get married? I got married April 2006, and then I got my boobs done, I think it was July. It was either July or August of 2006. So yes, so I got my boobs done. I remember going to the doctor, going to the consult. He seemed really cool. But I will say at that time, I was just so anxious and like desperate. I was like, I need to have my boobs done, that I think I was more consumed with getting them done than who did them, which obviously is not a good idea. So this time going in, I'm a little more aware of things. I ask more questions. I do more research. Yes. So apparently, now, not only did I get a boob job, I also did get a tummy tuck at that time. I have 2 children. I was 120 pounds before I had my first son. Then I went up to 182.5 pounds, went back down to 130. Had my second son, went up to 210 pounds, which was a lot for me. And then I went down to about 140. I was happy at 140. You know, because it gave me curves. Before, you know, when I was 120, I had like no boobs, no butt. Again, like I said earlier, I was like, I could have been like a runway model, because I literally had no curves. I did enjoy my body after I had my children because I got, you know, a little bit of booty. I got, you know, well, I mean, I didn't get boobs. I mean, I did when I was breastfeeding, and then I told you they went away, so that's why I got them done. So I was actually happy with my body, but again, I'm sure, as you guys know, if you're really skinny, you gain a lot of weight, you lose weight, you have extra skin. And so I was very self-conscious about my stomach also. So that's why I got my boobs done through my stomach while I got my tummy tuck. Now, after I got everything done, my boobs were totally fine. You know, they barely even hurt. To me, it felt like, you know, when you stop breastfeeding, like that's the kind of pain that I felt, which wasn't really a lot. But for my tummy tuck now, I did get an infection, weird things were going on, I didn't know what was happening, my scar was not healing very well. I kept going back to the doctor after I got my tummy tuck, and he kept injecting me with steroids and like just kind of acting like, oh, you know, this is normal, no big deal, like not really explaining anything to me. And so as time went on, my husband started like wondering, like, this doesn't sound right, I don't know. So he started researching this doctor, and we found out that he got disbarred. Like, he wasn't even supposed to be practicing medicine or doing any surgeries when he did my surgery. And we were in complete shock. I was like freaking out, like, oh my God, this doctor was disbarred. Why was he disbarred? And it turns out, I can't remember the exact story. I'm gonna look it up and post it on here. I think he was like performing under the influence, like of alcohol or something. There was lots of complaints about his services. There was women that got literally like looked worse coming back out of surgery that went to see him. Luckily, thank God, like literally thank God, I didn't have any of those issues. Like, yes, I did get an infection, and yes, my scar was healing not the way I wanted it to, but it wasn't anything major or like, you know, life-threatening, or, you know, I wasn't like mutilated looking, you know, crazy or anything. But it could have went that way, and I'm so thankful that that didn't happen to me. But after seeing everything about this doctor that was online, I literally was like, oh my gosh, like I could have died on the table. Like, this would not have been worth it if, you know, something worse happened. And I just, again, can't believe that this doctor was practicing when he wasn't supposed to. So now it's 12 years later, he hasn't been practicing. He's not allowed to practice, obviously. He got his license taken away. It's interesting because one of my girlfriends works in a doctor's office for another plastic surgeon, which I went to see, which I liked. He's in Beverly Hills, but he was a little out of my budget. And I was telling him about this doctor, and he was like, what was his name? And so when I told him the name, he's like, oh yeah, I know who that is. He's like, he is actually on a board of other doctors that disbar these doctors. Like, so he's on the board of plastic surgeons that you would go before with these cases, that when customers are, I guess, complaining about a doctor that's doing the surgery, like he's the one that you have to go see with a bunch of other doctors. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then when I brought up my doctor's name again to my new doctor I'm going to be going to, Dr. Taneja, he too was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. He's like, yeah, he totally remembered who that was and all the horror stories. And I was just like, this is crazy. And he's like, you actually are pretty lucky that like nothing happened to you. And when he saw like my scars and he's seen my boobs, he said, my boobs actually look really good. My tummy tuck really isn't that bad. He said, you know, the scarring, obviously, he could even fix that if he wanted me to. I mean, if I wanted him to, but it wasn't bad like how other people had their surgery. So I'm so thankful, again, that that didn't happen to me. So definitely research the place, research the doctor. And I mean, if you can find other patients that have gone to him, even ask, you know, them for their, like what they think about that doctor, you know. So just wanted to throw that in this video to let you guys know that, because you can never be too careful. This is your life, this is your body, and nothing is worth your life. So yes, just wanted to share that with you guys.